I've always been a bigger guy. Even when I've been fit, I've struggled to keep the weight off. A couple of years ago I started losing weight and lost a lot of weight, and it was the best I've ever felt. I started running, moved to Vietnam, and before I knew it I was running ultras. But if there's one thing I've learned, losing weight is one thing, keeping it off is a totally different thing. Right now I'm in my 30s, I'm a father, I'm still trying to run ultra marathons, but I'm sitting around 94 kilograms. I know I'm capable of more. This isn't going to be a 30-day challenge. This isn't just a crash diet. This is me trying to become the strongest, healthiest version of myself, and more importantly, stay there. Welcome to the Obese to Elite Transformational Series.
So here we are, week 1, and it ain't looking pretty. But we have to grab these moments because I'm hoping in the weeks to come we're going to see some massive visual changes.
It's day 1, baby. Time to lock in.
Before we can start this challenge, we need to put new batteries in this bad boy. That shows how seriously I've been tracking my weight. 94.25 starting weight. As you can see, we are a long way off. We've put on some timber, but we lock in now 4 weeks. We get that down as much as we can. As you can tell, I was not impressed with my initial weigh-in and how I was looking in the mirror. So we started day 1 pretty good. Diet-wise, we were locked in. Exercise-wise, we went for a nice solid run with the wife, and then our favourite activity, a game of Monday night pickleball. As you can see, we suck, but it's a good bit of fun. The overall goal of this challenge isn't just physical appearance. I want to see some real improvements in my running performance. Goal number 1, no longer obese. Goal number 2, running performance. We're talking considering myself a high performing runner, because I am just an average ass runner. It would be great to see some awesome times, like for example, 1, a sub 25k, 2, a sub 4 hour marathon, 3, a sub 8 hour 50k, 4, complete a 100k race. That would be pretty cool as well. So we're going to have loads of goals, and this is going to be phase 1 of the transformation. 92.95. Boom. We move on to day 2 now, and as you can see, we already lost a lot of weight straight away. Now, I'm not naive, and I know that when you go onto a diet like this in a calorie deficit, you're instantly going to lose a load of water weight. So that was to be expected. But we kept to the plan, went for our run, got in the kilometers, and stuck to the diet. We also chucked some strength training in. And going forward, strength training is going to be really important. We don't want to end up being skinny fat. However, I'm sad to say this was the only strength session of the week. 92. Not bad, not bad. So we're on Wednesday now. As you can see, the weight's still tumbling off. Morale was really high. We were feeling great, and we just stuck to the plan. We went for our run, we stuck to the diet, and yeah, we just took it easy, kept plodding along. 91.9. Come on, let's get it. As you can tell, I couldn't be happy with how the weight loss was going this far. I was training hard and staying really strict on my diet. And the reason I'd been going so extreme on the diet and losing so much weight at this point was I knew the rest of this week was about to take a turn. Tonight I had the boys coming around for games night, which is notorious for lots of snacks and lots of drinks. Now I did manage to keep the drinking to just a couple of cans, however I overindulged in the snacks and I paid the price for it the next morning on the scales. 92.6. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. As annoyed as I was, I couldn't let this stop me. I had to get straight back on the training and have a strict lunch, because it was Friday night now and we had more plans. A farewell dinner with some friends we weren't going to see for a couple of months. And again, I had a couple of cans, but this time I was a little bit stricter on the diet. Unfortunately, not strict enough. 93. What's going on? Now, it was Saturday morning and I'd ran every day this week, but to make back the pounds I'd put on,
I went for a long old run. I went to Salah and knocked out 22k, starting super early so I could beat the heat and beat the traffic. Now I also had to make sure I didn't just feed myself as much as I wanted for doing that run, because Saturday was the real test, a heavy night on the drink, which in itself adds loads of calories, but also scared me because who knew what state I was going to be in on Sunday, and I had to run and stay strict on the diet still. Nice. Now luckily, the big old run and the good diet on Saturday paid off and I was able to lose some weight again. But as you can see here, I ate my fill on Sunday. Now I did force myself to go on a run and it was the biggest sufferfest of the lot, because I was hanging. But I got the run done and then treated myself to a massive takeaway dinner. But it's not all doom and gloom, as you'll see for the final weigh-in. 92.35. Boom. We'll take that. So, as you can see, overall through the week, I managed to lose 1.9 kilograms. So even though I treated myself and wasn't as strict as I could have been, that could have been a lot worse. And I'm actually overall really happy with that. Now it's only been a week, so I can't tell visually if I look any better. I feel like this side-on angle does, but I think the visual progress will become more apparent over the weeks to come. So that's the end of week 1. I'm going to stay locked in and I'll catch you next week for week 2.